Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to program and cleanse your crystals. So here we go. I love crystals, as you obviously know, and I want you to, for those of you that are thinking of deep diving into them or just having a couple to help you with your daily life, protection or abundance or whatever it is. But there's so much more to crystals than meets the eye. And I really want to tell you today what I do with my crystals. I work with my crystals, the ones that I get from the wholesaler. I work with them in my clinic here for 100 to 130 hours before I sell them. And the reason I do that is because I want my customers to get the most out of the crystals that they possibly can. I mean, you pay money for crystals, and I do charge extra for these crystals. They're not just ordinary tumbles or ordinary tektites that you buy from the wholesalers. These are loved, they are programmed, they are cleansed, they are worked with in clinical settings. They're with me while I do healings. So they're being programmed with all of these extra things, these extra knowledge, these extra frequencies that are going to help you. And I really do go over and above with my crystals. So I want you to know how to cleanse them. I want you to know how to program them yourself in case you are going to the corner store, crystal shop. It's like having a computer. This beautiful computer that can do way more than your knowledge allows you to use it for. And so crystals are the same as computers, and you can program them and with all of these different programs. So it sort of has to be the same, has to be in the similar framework that the crystals are for. I try to match up what the crystals are and what they're for and what they're able to do, and then I program them over and above with different things that are on a similar scale. And I don't know whether you've seen my other videos where I've talked about that special relationship that you've really got to start having with your crystals when you buy a crystal. Say I buy a crystal and I expect it to work for me, but I just put it down on the bench, walk away, don't touch it again, probably for a long time. Or I carry it around with me for a couple of days and then I forget that it's there, so I don't do it. And then people complain that the crystals don't work for them. So, and some people do actually, for the first couple of days, get that, they can feel the vibration, they can feel the frequency, they can feel that the crystal is working for them. And then when that calms down, so it's probably brought you up to the same level as the crystal, and it's probably, it's working in the background, but it's more invisible than when you first got it. So people just think, oh my God, it's not working anymore. But it is. It never stops working. It's always got those frequencies there. Always. So even though it might be quite invisible to you, it's still working, but it needs to be close to you. And you need to strike up a relationship with your crystals, for them to work with you. You need to love them, you need to honor them, you need to talk to them, you need to take them around with you. So, and if you have a few crystals that you work with and you only work with one at a time, like you put it in your pocket, or you have it on your bedside table, or you have it in your medicine pouch on you, and then you don't use it for a while, you feel that it's done its work, and you put it down for a while, but then you think, oh, okay, so I'm reverting back to how I used to be, so I need to start the relationship up with it all over again. So just ask it to please work with you again. Love them, honor them, thank them. They are an energetic being just like you are. It has consciousness just like you do. And if you worked for people who did not appreciate you, I don't think you'd be doing the best job either. So if you love and talk and honor and cherish and clean and look after your crystals, they'll be doing a millionfold for you. Okay? So how to cleanse crystals. A lot of people don't even know that you should, when you buy a crystal, you should program them with your intentions that you want for the crystal, and I'll tell you how to do that too. If you want to buy crystals from me and you're working on a specific problem, if I've got that frequency on my machine, then I can put that program in. So you can always, when you can contact me first to see if I've got that particular frequency on my machine, and I probably could even recommend what crystal to get. So we can do that, okay? So these are very specialized crystals that I sell, and I do charge a little extra for them, but they are well and truly programmed, they are worked with, they are tested. So I think probably it's 100 to 130 hours that I program crystals before I sell them, before they go out. So as soon as I get them as soon as I get them in from the wholesaler, I start work on them. I cleanse them, I program them, and I'll show you some of the different programs that I use. Sometimes I use one or two, depending on the crystal. Sometimes I can use all of them. But it's no good of reprogramming the crystals with something that's already in it. So I do over and above. Okay, but first off, we'll start with the cleansing. And so like as soon as you get... The reason why we cleanse them is because you don't know where they've come from. You don't know who they've been handled by. Each person that's handled these crystals, that have dug them out of the ground, that have weighed them, that have cleaned them, gotten rid of the mud, the people that have transported them, they all have their own negative, whatever it is about them. We all do. And so for you to start off afresh with a crystal, please learn how to cleanse them. You don't have to with mine. You can clean them every now and again too, especially if they've been going through a hard time. I have seen people, or I've seen crystals myself, bracelets and that I've never cleansed, and all of a sudden they just explode because I haven't cleansed them, and this other little bit of negativity is just too much for them, so they just go bang. If it's like I've had necklaces, I've had bracelets that have just the string has broken, and yeah. So just 1 second, I'm just going to close this door. There's a bit of noise coming up from the kitchen. So, okay. Now the first thing, one of the ways you can cleanse, there's different ways that you can cleanse, and one of the ways that you can, and it's easy, is to buy some Himalayan salt, and to get you can get a small bowl, or depending on the size of the crystal, but it needs to actually cover the crystal if you're using the Himalayan salt or the rice method. Now it should be dry salt, and you can put it in the bowl and fill the salt, put the crystal in, fill the bowl up with salt and leave it for 24 hours. Okay, so that's nice and easy, but then you really must throw that salt out. I wouldn't even put it in the bin inside. I would put it straight outside into the garbage bin. So please don't reuse the salt. It's for each crystal, it's a new bag of salt, or so. And then the other thing which is similar to salt is uncooked rice. You can do the same with that. You can buy some packets of rice, put your crystal in a bowl, and then fill up the rest of the bowl with the rice and make sure that it covers the crystal, and leave it there for 24 hours. And then there's also things like, so because I have a lot of geodes in the house, I have this one, and I have 3 huge big amethyst geodes that I can put crystals under, and they can, it depends with this. I actually use my intuition. Sometimes they've been there for 24 hours. Sometimes I just feel, 20 minutes, that's enough. Sometimes it's 2 hours. So I use my intuition. Okay. Then there's also Santo Paulo sticks. You get these. You can get them from probably a health food store or a crystal store, or you can get online and look it up. But you light these, okay? You light them up with a lighter, and you knock out the flame so that it is just smoking, so it's sort of like incense, and then you wind it all around the crystal. Make sure you get all of it, and I do it for at least 5 minutes, or once again you can use your intuition. If you just know that, that's enough after 3 minutes, after 2 minutes, then that's fine. Okay? And then you can just stamp this out in something safe. Don't put water on it, and you can reuse those all the time. Okay? And then there's also the sage. And you light that, you do the same, 5 minutes, or use your intuition, and then you stamp that out as well. So like you light this, I always blow out the flame once I know that it's not going to go out, and the smoke comes up. These actually, they are good if you feel a cold coming on, or you're getting a virus coming on. If you can do it early and do these often, do it to yourself for at least 5 minutes. This gets rid of bacterial infections. So does this. So it's really, really handy to have in your household all of the time. Then the other things you can do, if you've got a Tibetan, one of those copper bowls, a Tibetan singing bowl, you can dong that and have your crystal nearby and play it over there. You can even I have a crystal healing bowl that I can so I play that for a couple of minutes next to the crystal. So it's fun, huh? I just want to make sure that I've got everything here, keeping an eye on the time too, because I was only trying to make this a short one. Yeah, so once you've cleansed your crystal, okay, now you can program your crystal yourself. So you sit down, you get into that quiet zone, and no distractions. You hold the crystal in your hand, if you can hold it in your hand. And you can say some prayers over it. You can set the intention that you want to program it for XYZ, whatever you're wanting, manifesting, clearing diseases, clearing bad habits, whatever it is. So here's, I tried to print this out, but it didn't come out that well, and I think I've actually deleted it now off my computer. But here's what I say. I say something like this, okay? I dedicate this crystal to the highest good. I ask that it be filled with love and light. And then I list my goals that I would like to, or the intentions that the programs that I would like to impart into the crystal, right? So you list your goals, you list your programs that you're wanting, and then you say, seal and anchor my intentions with light. And then I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, God. And that really is all you have to do. So you can say a little prayer. If you've got a few intentions and you don't think you can remember them, write them down like I do. Like I do. I saw that go off. So yeah, it's really, really quite easy. You can even Google how to program your crystals, and so have that on your computer next to you while you're doing it. And like I say, really strike up a relationship with your crystal. The more you strike up a relationship and the closer you are to your crystals, the more that they'll work for you, the more that they'll impart their frequency and work with you. Yeah, so I just want to show you also how my machine, I've got a Rife machine that programs crystals. I can either sit on it and hold onto paddles, or I can put headphones on and I can sit there, or I can program a crystal that I can tuck in my bra or in my pocket, or have it next to my bed, or have a medicine pouch that I've got here. So I just carry it around with me all the time. Now, some of these programs, I just want to show you this little slide. Some of these programs that I put into my crystals, I do others, but here's some, just examples. So, liberation of guilt and fear, undoing situations and help you to change, transformations and miracles with the DNA, relationships and connections, awakening intuition, return to spiritual order, Solomon's universal healing, and world universal healings. I can also help to open your chakras and to remove blocks from your chakras, karma from your chakras. And here's the chakras. So if we start at the bottom there, the Earth Star chakra is about 12 inches below your feet. Then you move up to the root chakra. That's the red one, right at the beginning of your spine. And then a little above that is the orange chakra called the sacral. A couple of finger widths below your belly button is the orange chakra called the solar plexus. Then in the middle of your chest, there's the heart chakra, and your throat is in the middle of your throat. The third eye is in the middle of your forehead. And then you've got the crown, which of course is at the top of your head, and there's the soul star. which is not actually in your body. It's like the Earth star. It's not in your it's in your spiritual body, but it's higher up. It's about 3 feet up, and it's called your soul star. So I do that. I can also, if you, like I said, contact me and you want a specific healing frequency placed into a crystal, I can do that with the crystals that I sell. So if you had even anxiety, I can do that. I know I've got that. I've got lots of different cancer settings. I'm not saying that this is a cure or anything for you, but it can help. It's got thousands of diseases written there, so you would be pretty unlucky that I didn't have the frequency for whatever disease that you have. And so and you can buy the crystal from me. I'll make sure that that's programmed into it, but you need to contact me beforehand so I can probably recommend a crystal for you that you could buy. That would be the best one. Okay. So and you can get onto my website, Diva, DEVA, Lee, LEE, one word, .co, CO. And if you go to the shop, you can see the crystals that I've got for sale. But if you want a specific frequency put in there for you, whether it's even like addictions, I can program addictions into a certain crystal. Okay, but you need to contact me first, and you can contact me through the website too. Okay. I do put up my, I think it would be better to keep them all together in one area. So if you really do want a specific program embedded into a crystal, it's best that you contact me through my website. Okay. One thing that I'm doing with my website now too is I am putting up frequencies that you can buy in MP3 form. And they're only $10, and you can either just have them on your phone, and you could have it on repeat, so that it keeps playing. And all you need to do is put it on in the background. Have it close to you. You don't have to have it very loud, but you can put it on in the background. And it changes your frequency. Okay, so I've got a few of those up there. I know I need to put a lot more up there, but I have just started. I think I've got 3 up there at the moment. Okay. And one of the exciting ones that I put up there today was called Brandberg Crystal. And first of all, I'll show you. Amazing, isn't it? Everything has a frequency, you see. That was called, that machine that picks up frequencies and turns it into music is called Music of the Plants. And what you can do is you can buy that machine. These come from Italy, and I know I bought mine about 6 years ago, I think it was. It could be 6 or 7 years ago, I'm not quite sure now. I bought it from the Crystal Castle in Mullumbimby, New South Wales, Australia. They used to sell them. I'm not sure whether they still do, but it's worth a while checking if you would like to ring them and ask them if you'd like one of these machines. And what it does is you normally just use it on plants, and you can hook it up to a plant and you can have that singing to you all day. It's just amazing. Any plant works. Some can be a little finicky and take a little while to get started. But the Brandenburg amethyst there was just amazing. It actually blew me away what it can do. So I just want to tell you a little bit about the Brandenburg amethyst. It's found in Namibia in Africa. And the Brandenburg crystals are found only in the Brandenburg area of Gobbo-Seb Mountains. Wow. And what this crystal does, it says here that it engenders unconditional love, divinity at the center of the universe. It brings profound healing, especially in matters of the heart. It is excellent in dissolving past life, heartbreak, or soul contracts, and frees one to manifest a partner who supports one in their fullness and spiritual beings. When I started, when I had hooked the machine up to the Brandenburg crystal, it was playing at a very high frequency, so I knew that it was like more of a divine feminine energy. So what does that mean? It means it does work through the heart. A lot of the crystals that I've been experimenting with the last couple of days, they start off like quite dum dum dum, so you know, that's sort of a more masculine energy. And the masculine part of ourselves is the one that brings in through the information. So yeah, it's just this little one here. I just couldn't help but put it on today and show you guys. So it's just amazing. So if it's got a frequency, then hopefully I can get that machine working. Find out somehow to attach it. I'm going to try the Palo Santo sticks and everything. It's just amazing. I just love. I'm like mad scientist at the moment, so I just love playing with it. But the other frequency machine that I've got has got everything already programmed into it. So, but it seems like the medical world is becoming more and more comfortable with the frequencies of diseases. And of course, if there's a frequency for the disease, then there's a frequency for the cure as well. There's even an anti-aging program on my machine I can program into the crystals if anybody wants it. I would have to look it up more. I haven't even done too much homework into that setting, so I would have to look up and write a little bit more or talk about it in one of my little YouTubes that I make, and do my homework and look into more about how it works. But it seems to activate the collagen in your skin, so that you know, any of these plastic fillers and whatnot, you know, you don't have to do. They are so dangerous for you. They, you know, nobody has any idea what they're pumping into their skin with these things. So what else was I going to tell you? Oh yes, the frequencies, that's right. So, and I've been putting up a few of the frequencies the last couple of days, and I've actually got 3 up there at the moment. One's the Brandenburg amethyst frequency. Another one that I've got up there is just the pure frequency from the machine, and I've recorded them and put them up, and they're for sale for $10. So you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on getting one of these machines. You don't have to purchase a crystal if you don't want to. You can just get on my website, divalee.co, go to the shop and look up the frequencies. And another very special one that I put up, which I'm going to do a whole show about that and how it came about. It's called God Consciousness Portal. And I actually had a Sasquatch come to me yesterday and gave me some information about this portal. So, and I put the frequency into the machine, and then I recorded it. So, and it's for a lot of us know how to you start using the vision boards and writing down our wishes at the beginning of the month, or on a full moon, or on a new moon. I used to write up my wish list for the next month on a full moon, but now I'm writing it on a new moon, because I think that the new moon is letting go of the shadow parts, and before anything negative comes back into my body, I want to be filled with my manifesting desires for the next month, what I want to be happening and how I see my life going for the next month. So I do it then. And if you were playing this music, if you got it on your phone or on your computer, you can have your list next to it so that it's activating your list. You can write it down, start writing your list while that's playing in the background too. And you can have the intention that whatever is on your list comes to you, okay? Especially with the music going in the background. So it's whatever you intend. So if you say to yourself, oh, this is not going to work, well, that's what your intention is, baby. It's not going to work, right? Because we are the creators of our own reality. We create our own diseases, our own stumped toes. It's all there for a lesson. We create the car accident we're in because we're probably holding on to anger, and somebody else with that type of anger we've attracted, and bang. So we can cause the loss of jobs, we can cause the state of the world, because if a lot of us have this same negativity, this fear, that's what we create. So, and you ask whether you can ever meet a billionaire that would actually ever tell you, and they know how to work with energy. They know how to get what they want by not thinking about what they don't want, right? So they don't ever think about what they don't want. They only think about what they do want. And they have great willpower. That's another thing that I would really like to talk about one day, is creating the willpower to stop negative thoughts from creeping in. Stop from, that stops you from creating your intentions. So, and if it's taking a while, you've got blocks, okay? So have the willpower to sort through the blocks. Ask before you go to sleep, what are my blocks that are blocking me from creating this intention? And so there's a whole lot that we need to learn about how powerful we are, and our subconscious thoughts need to come out in the open so that we can control them with our willpower. So it's not just an unconscious habit anymore, and we can stop it. I myself have healed myself from some very serious diseases throughout my life. I was one of those kids that was born with illnesses and lack of energy throughout my whole life. And it's not until I grew and started looking into natural therapies, I did a flower essence course and found out that frequency medicine really works for me. I do take supplements. I do the lot. I'm not on any chemical medicines. I'm 60. I don't take anything for blood, nothing pharmaceutical for me, nothing. I don't even take Panadol. So I have learned to sort of keep my physical body going until I have worked out the emotional cause that is causing my dis-ease in my body. So I'm not just talking from not being, practicing my own what I preach. So I know that I've healed myself from cancers, from, you know, Lyme's disease, just a whole Ross River virus, you name it, I've had it, you know, and a lot of gut problems too. So I have used supplements to keep my diseased body going until I can get to the emotional cause, and the frequencies can help to bring them up through the layers, up into my conscious mind. And then I will just have this aha moment, or I'll have a dream where it's just so clear, oh my gosh, I thought that I had let that go a long time ago. I need to let that anger go towards that situation. I need to let that fear go towards that situation. And they are the reason that has caused my body to become ill. And because I think I was born a fearful child, so I hadn't worked them out in a past life, and I had to come back into this life with low energy, lots of viruses in my body. I think when I was a couple of weeks old, I got whooping cough. So I had DDT in my system, which knocked my immune system out. So I've had a lot of things to contend with, and it's not until my adult years that I learned to keep my body going through natural supplements and doing the frequencies and getting to the root cause of the disease. So I've had, you know, like liver problems, gallbladder problems, pancreas problems, and I have actually helped myself release the emotional cause, and voila, no more problems. It's just been fantastic. So anyway, please go and have a look on keep looking on my shop. You can even make suggestions if you want to buy a certain frequency for $10. Hey, I've got this, can you please put up a frequency for that next? But please do it via email, via the contact form on my website. It would be much easier to keep them all together, and as soon as I can, I will get them up for you to buy. Or you can buy a crystal. You can have it specifically programmed to suit whatever illness or whatever problem that you're working on, even if it's just manifesting. Well, I actually do put the manifesting sacred chant in all of my crystals that I got from my Indian guru, and I'm not allowed to say it out loud, but I have put it into a frequency, and I do embed that into all the crystals. So anyway, I think we're done for today. So much for my short little video. Have fun going out and creating a relationship with your crystals, cleansing them, programming them, becoming your own expert. If you really do want to just buy them without having to learn a whole new skill set for yourself, then, and you want other different frequencies embedded into them, please just contact me. Okay, I love you all, beautiful people. Have a wonderful, wonderful week until I see you again. I am going to put up the Sasquatch story for you soon to tell you about the God Consciousness Portal. Okay, much love to you all. Have a great week. Bye now.